Okay, so today we're going to be replacing what's called a capacitor. And the capacitor is what helps start and maintain the functioning of your AC unit outside. And as you see, this part only costs 22 bucks. And you know, you can get it at stores like Granger, which a lot of people have around them, or I got this online from a place called Arnold. And without this, it's interesting because if you go online, you can find out that this one is called dual because it has 3 contacts and it controls 2 motors in the unit outside. There's a motor that makes the fan blade spin, and there's a motor that pumps the condenser. And if your capacitor goes bad, then they won't start. And you can tell that it's bad. You can tell that that's the problem if you go and switch it on like you want it to cool, and you push the fan blade, use a stick or a pencil, keep your hand away from it, but push that, and that then starts to spin like a jump start. But you can't do anything to make the condenser pump start, the motor start working. So then you would want to turn it off right away, and you would know that this is your problem. I've also seen online when people have technicians come out and do this, it can be anywhere from $500 to $800 because of the cost of labor and the things that they check. But with that check done, and the fact that you still hear it trying to make it spin, it's trying to start, that will let you know that this is indeed what you need to do. So all you really need to do, well, for the unit that we have, you just need a few different bits. You need a new capacitor, and you need to start by going to your breaker panel. And ours is labeled here. It says air condition, and which is this one right here, because the top one is a washer dryer. This is the air conditioner, so we're going to shut that off, and then we can go outside. Okay. Now, this is the shut off for the unit itself right here, and we have what you call a pull switch. You pull it out to make sure that there's no electricity getting through. And even though we shut the breaker off inside, we're still going to do that just to be doubly sure. And then on the unit itself, it'll have a panel, usually like this one here, that has the listing of the power capacity and things like that, and that's where we need to get to. You don't have to mess with the top unless it's absolutely necessary. So we're going to swap this. So there. Now, in doing this, I'm actually not showing you a step I did, which was I previously took this off and found the proper size of the capacitor, because there's many different variables in which one you'll need. So before you order one, before you go to pick one up, you want to check it out. And the information you'll need to figure out which one you need, you'll find on the one inside. And it'll be this information right here. You need the VAC. This is a 370. You need the 5060HZ, which might be different because there's the 370 can be also a 420. And you'll need the UFs, both the high and the low. This one is a 30 and a 5. You can also get a part number sometimes, but depending upon the manufacturer, the part number may be different. Okay. So once you've loosened the panel, should come off pretty easy. Now again, because there's different manufacturers for the same part, you'll see that this one looks a little different, okay, but it still does the same job. It's just shaped differently, and they come with a little holder on the side to keep them in place. So we need to get it out of there. Let's see if I got the right one. That's it. And this piece will slide off. Good. Fits on the other one. Sometimes the shapes will be little different. Both of these are round, but sometimes there's oval ones and things like that nature. But praise God, mine is the same. Okay. So now the main reason that I didn't previously disconnect mine is because I wanted to see which fittings go to which. And if you look at the top, you'll see that there's 3 different ones with 3 different things on it. And this is also how you can tell that it's bad. See how this is nice and flat and recessed? See how this is bulging? That means that unit is bad. Okay, so this one that just has the single one in the back gets the red. So we can just gently slide that off and gently slide it on. Now if you do it in this manner, you don't have to worry about, oh, what if I put on the wrong one? This one has the 3, there's the 3. Slide it off. Slide it on. And last is the 2 yellows. And they go, of course, on the one that has the 4, which is the last one. And I don't think that this matters which order you do them in, but I just did it one at a time in this way so I could see. Okay. Set that there. Slide it on. Slide it on. Nice and tight. And so you can see that the specs are the same. That they both have the 30, they both have the 5, they both have the 370, they both do the 50, the 60. Okay, so now I just want to tighten this back into place to secure it. Now put the panel cover, make sure your wires are out of the way, everything's still connected, secure, and you want to make sure that those connections on your new capacitor are secure, because one bad connection can cause everything to just have been basically in vain. Waste of time. Okay. Now, just real quick again on the switch, it'll read the way that it is. So if you install it like this, that's on. If you install it like that, it's off. Because that's how the way these are. Off, on. So we have to put it back in, so we want it to be on. Put it in there. Make sure it's secure. Close your unit up. Get your trash, get your tools. Let's go inside and turn the switches back on and fire up and pray to God. Turn the breaker back on. Come to the unit switch, turn it to cool, turn it to auto, set it for a reasonable setting. Now let's go back outside, make sure the unit's started. And praise be to God, the unit started. Now another thing that is important, that when the unit, these coils right here are actually what cools it. So this down here I need to take care of, and you can just do that with a little water and a very soft toothbrush or a very soft pot brush. You just spray the water on there, rinse it off, because that'll help the unit stay cooler. Because when these get all clogged up, it's going to be harder for it to cool. But you don't want to do that with that panel off, and you don't want to do it in extreme high heat. Okay, well, if there's any questions or any way that we can help, comment us. Thanks a lot. God bless. Bye-bye.